Good morning, YouTube. Thank you once again for tuning in. I am Dkhairho, and you are now watching The Morning Coffee.
The morning coffee.
What's up, y'all? So I'm back online. Been a while since I actually done a video. I had to take some time off, man. I don't know how many of you guys actually look through the videos on my channel, but I do from time to time have to deal with the fact that I have multiple sclerosis, meaning that when I do too much, my body gets tired on me sometimes, and I suffer from fatigue, so I have to take time to rest. Plus, I had to prepare myself mentally and physically for a trip that I had to take out of state. So I wanted to make sure that I was good. Right now, I'm working on this track that I've done, and my brother actually laid some. My brother Threezy actually laid some vocals over it, but he wants me to send it to him. So I'm just kind of going through it and bringing it up again and seeing where the sounds are. But this is a dope track, man, and I just kind of wanted to share with you guys what I'm working on right now. I will get back online, like I said. It's just on the fact of what I had to deal with health wise, and then coming back in town, with dealing with jet lag, man. It was a lot on me, and I have to be in tip top physical shape to do what I do on a daily basis, from making beats, from being a consultant, from doing graphic design, from being a husband, from being a father, from being a grandfather, from being that dude that you just want to know, man. That takes a lot of energy on a daily basis, man. And so I just wanted to kind of, like I said, say what's up to y'all. I'm back in town. I'm back on the beat making and graphic design stuff, and I'm just here, man. I'm glad to be alive, of course. So like I said, with this track, these are some modules that I created to kind of duplicate the sound, or mimic, sorry, the sound of a drum machine. Right now I'm using the MK3 to control the pads, and then I'm using my Nectar P1 to control all the knobs and the faders on each module that I select. So if you see certain things moving, or things like that, of course, prior to me playing the track, then that just means that I'm hitting the pads, or controlling the nectar here. So as we hop around, you can see I don't have really that many tracks going on. This sampler right here actually controls all the drum sounds, so it's kind of like one track controlling all the drums. So of course, when I go to fully mix, I'm going to separate these drum sounds here, and you notice I have this sampler right here controlling the main sample twice in two different sounds, and I'll let you see how I have that going. And then these are just different breakdown parts. So one thing that you want to do also when you're mixing, make sure that you name every track, just so you'll remember, or if you send it out to be mixed, the person mixing for you will also know. Another screen I have here is just taking you over to my sequencer, and there's the breakdown of the sequencer. And as you can see, I have different colors going on as far as the sequence is set up, and the reason for that is because these are letting me know that these two are the same type of drop, and then these are different drops or breakdowns that I have here. And then if you see something playing underneath, it's more than likely that the sound will play under as maybe like an effect type of sound or something like that. And then if we go back over to our instruments, you'll see here that I have all the modules that I'm using. These are, like I say, my sample parts. This is my drum part, and then this is my bass line here. And then scrolling down, these are my audio tracks. And as you can see, I have the Cakewalk rack extension, which is the it's just the compression type of effect that I have going on, and it's pretty good. It's good for leveling and all of that kind of, and limiting and stuff like that. But I like to use it also on drum sounds. I just didn't use it on this track. But for the vocals, it came out pretty good because it has the preset for vocals, and then of course you can do some knob adjustment, which I'm going to go back and do. As you can see, I have limiters on here as well, just to kind of go in part with this, because I'm using the compression out of this one, and my saturation sound just gives it a little warmth, and things like that also. for my samples, I like to use guitar amps. I just like the feel of some of the amps that it gives me for samples. And then another thing that I want to talk about is my use of the Audiomatic. And back in when I was doing one of my MK3 or Machinist software videos, I showed you how I create record crackling by just taking actual record crackling and putting it under my samples. But in Reason, you can also do it by using this module here, or this effects module here, and just selecting various for now I have the vinyl. Of course, that's going to give us the crackle, but then you also have tape effect, hi-fi, and so on, depending on what you want to use. But this is a dope effects module to have. So yeah, so let me just show you the sample parts that I'm using. I'm just trying to make this video kind of not too long, but let's check it out. And so those are the parts. And then also on this one here, I'm pretty much doing the same thing, but with a different sound. See, it's kind of thinner and somewhat muffled, but it's all the same samples. And for those who've seen my other videos, you guys know that I like to layer my samples or do kind of do some tricky stuff with that. Another thing that I want to show you, let's go back over to our sequencer here, and give me one quick second. So going over to the sequencer, one of the things that I didn't get into when I first started using Reason when it was introduced is the block mode. Block mode is good because it's like having your own setup for sequences that you want to place into the full sequencer view. So all you do is just create different ones, and then this gives you a setup. It's kind of like how we do the scenes and patterns in the Machinist software, or how you create different sequences in the MPC. So this is a good to know and a good to use to put into your song build-up. So like I said, I was stubborn about this, and then I got into it, and I really enjoy using it. It's not something that everyone prefers to use, because of course you can just go into your song and kind of do the same things here. But like I said, it just gives you a different beat makeup process that you can do. So let's go ahead and play the track so you can see what I got, and then we'll just take it from there.
Just say that I'm the one who you will live and breathe.
And I got the vocals muted now because like I said, they're not mixed. Yeah, so that's the gist of that track. Like I said, not done with it, but I do like how it came out. Did it a while back. You guys know I like to start my beats and kind of finish them after I have vocals laid on them, just to kind of give it the vibe that it needs, and so that I can work around the vocals and kind of introduce the two together to marry them so everything sounds great. But One thing I do want to say before I get out of here, yeah, every day you wake up, man, think of it as a day to be used as a vessel. Sometimes we go through things for the sake of others, meaning that we may feel that we're suffering from something, but it's actually a blessing, man. It's a blessing for you to discuss how you're living through certain things that kind of give you a setback, but still finding strength, man. So what you may be going through may help another lift themselves up, man, to keep continuing on. So I get down sometimes about this thing called MS, and then on top of that, having to suffer from migraines. But just the fact that I'm still able to walk, I'm still able to talk, and I'm still able to function, man, is a blessing, because life could be far worse. So take every day, man, as a blessing, and be grateful that you're still here, because when you wake up every day, that means that you have a job to do, whether you know it or not. You have a job to be a blessing upon another, man. So keep that in mind. I'm out. Now that right there was some informative coffee. Just as always, cruise around the channel, see what's going on. Also, hit that subscribe button for your boy. I like to say thank you to all my subscribers, to all my viewers. Once again, I am Dkhairho. Plug in, get connected. We are TMR.
Dkhairho did this.